Oh, Ricky Licky. Yeah, I did hear your last show. At least part of it, anyway. Heard enough. No, Barry is obviously shorter than me. And just saying that he's taller than me doesn't make him taller than me. It doesn't work that way, Licky. And Ricky's the one that instigated the whole thing. He set that up for Barry to come there. Of course, Barry's with Brian at the time for protection. So Brian came over there. He's on the side of the bar. And I do remember the comments that people were making while we were doing a live. They saw Barry sitting at the bar, the other side of the room. They couldn't believe how small he was, looked like a gremlin. And I'm just repeating some of the comments that people basically made about Barry. They couldn't understand that he was that small because they've only seen him on camera. They really never seen his actual height. Unless you actually met him, you'd understand. I'm not a tall guy, but I tower over him. So Ricky comes on his show and says, "Yeah, and Barry's taller than you, and Barry's the one that approached me at TGIF." Never happened that way. I'm the one that got up off the table and I went to approach him. And he held a glass in his hand like he was going to throw it at me. Then he started reaching for his pocket. Everybody saw it. I don't even have to explain that. So mind what Ricky says because people saw that videotape. And he could rerun it anytime he wants. It's going to show what actually happened. Yeah, you're definitely making a name for yourself, Richard Jarrett. But sooner or later, shit's going to catch up with you one way or the other, whether it's your health or somebody's going to do you in. There's a lot of people that don't like you out there. There's a lot of people in it for the entertainment, of course. That's pretty obvious, but the same as they would for the other guy. But they know what the real score is. You got a psychological problem, man. And if you're not taking meds for something, maybe you should. I'll say it again. I may not like Fazio, but in retrospect, I look back on this and I say, you approach a senior citizen from behind, that's a coward, Ricky. And you're a coward. I saw you at SNR. I spoke up to you right then and there, and I said, "You got a problem with me? I'm standing right in front of you. You didn't do shit. You didn't do shit." So much for that. Yeah. Okay. Who we have here? I'm not going to be on here real long. I want to watch a movie or something. I can talk all you want, Ricky, but people, they kind of know where you're coming from, or where you're not, actually. And you're not coming from a place of any sanity whatsoever. Yeah, I'm still going to say it. What you said about Paul was wrong. Don't turn the story around. That you heard that. Oh, come on, man. Seriously? I don't know, man. I just don't think you like yourself. It kind of sounds like a familiar situation with somebody else, doesn't it? It really does. Sounds very familiar. Oh, Barry's favorite saying is, "You run your mouth, you run your mouth." Well, Ricky, you kind of run your mouth so much that sooner or later it's going to catch up with you, whether it's the law or whether it's some private individual that you've had problems with in the past. They're usually YouTubers because you mostly talk about YouTubers on here. Sooner or later, Ricky, and you know you're in no physical condition to harm anybody. Whatever you're going to do, you'd have to do it awfully fast because you ain't got the cardio. I ain't your fucking doctor, but I know you ain't got the cardio. And you got high blood pressure, you wouldn't last 60 seconds with anybody. Barry could probably do you in, and that's saying a lot. That'd be a sad situation, wouldn't it? You're not hurting my feelings, Ricky. Don't worry about it. Yeah, Barry's taller than me. He grown to be 5'8", right? He's taller than me. Yeah, ask. Why don't you ask anybody that's actually met the guy? Why don't you ask Hagante, who accompanied Barry to my place a long time ago? Let him tell you who's taller. I even had a picture that was distributed standing right next to the dude. I'm not a tall guy, but let me tell you something. It almost seemed like I was towering over him. And I actually was. I come to think about it, I was towering over him. A lot of people try to talk the talk, but they can't walk the walk on here. Popeye and people of such nature that will never ever welcome a confrontation with anybody. It's just all talk. All talk. That's all it is. And Ricky, you got quite a track record, I gotta tell you that. Is it for the AdSense? What is it really for? You're not getting many donations anymore. I've noticed that. So what do you get out of this? Just curious. Curious question. What do you get out of this? I kind of said this before to my audience. I've said, he knows he's got some pretty radical health conditions going on. And he knows very well with the high blood pressure and everything else he has going on. He knows. And maybe that's why he behaves the way he does, because he really doesn't give a shit. He figures that, well, one way or the other, he's going to probably expire sooner than he probably thinks. Or he's been told by a doctor that he's not in very good shape with his obvious obesity. If anybody ever met this guy, you know exactly what I'm talking about. His ass needs its own zip code. He eats like there's no tomorrow, and maybe that's the whole concept of his behavior. He doesn't give a fuck. He can't stop eating, he can't stop drinking. I'm surprised he don't smoke. I'm actually shocked that he doesn't still smoke. I'm shocked. No, Ricky's not in good shape at all. Not at all. Well, a louse gets under your skin, and I know a couple of louses on here, dude. Okay, that's really all I had to say. You didn't hurt my feelings, Ricky. I know it went down to TGIF. So does everybody else. It was on video. Your video. That's something you can't hide, Rickster. You can't hide that. Truth is truth, fact is fact. You can make up all the stories you want, but that's not how it went down at all. I'm the one that approached him. Period. Okay? Oh, you're always late, Cherry. I gotta go watch some movie or something here. Yeah, Ricky did a show, and I just thought I'd respond to it. I didn't have to, but I thought I'd have a little fun responding to it. Yeah, Barry's taller than me, Ricky said. Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. You think Barry was saying that? Barry always claims that he's like 5'8", and the guy's about 5'4" at best. That's not a good day. Ricky always said it, man. You're gonna explode like an overfed fucking goldfish, man. You really are. I hope whatever it happens on fucking camera. That's what I'm hoping about. Please, please, karma out there. Let something happen while he's doing one of his broadcasts. Now that would be something to see. We talked about forever. But I still think it's wrong that he's talking about Paul as if he died. Shit, dude, when you die, I think there's going to be a lot of celebrations out there from people you probably never even knew that knew you. They'll spread like fucking wildfire on the internet. But let it happen on camera. That would be the best way. I'll tell you the truth. I think that I expected that actually to happen with Fazio, because Fazio would go on for 6 hour shows or more sometimes. He'd get all worked up, and I'm actually shocked. If anybody was going to just go down on camera, Fazio would have been the person to have it happen to. I didn't have any doubt about it. I'm really Shocked that that did not happen to him. He's gone anyway. He'll never be a problem to anybody anymore. Thank goodness for that. Got rid of another jerk off. I said they're dropping like flies, man. God, how many people now? Johnny Warrior. Gosh. Who knows? Maybe even Chris and Sabu. Michael Fazio. And there's some other obscure, I call them obscure channels because I don't really listen to them, that are pretty well known. There's a few people that. Ricky. Mark my words. Ricky's next. By his own doing, if not by the hands of somebody else that he just pissed off a little bit too much. Hey, look, man, I'm not saying that you can't have fun on YouTube, okay? You certainly can, and I've had my moments too, but you can only take something so far, and then it gets really ugly. And Ricky's had a few circumstances where it looked like when Mick Fisher came up to him at a bar, boy, he was almost pissing his pants. In fact, Mick Fisher told me that his face just fucking turned color. He thought he was gonna fucking collapse or something. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean it that way. Fucking coward you are, Ricky. Mick Fisher could have just fucking tore you apart. And you know that. You cowered down to Mick Fisher and didn't breathe us. Yeah, I was locked and loaded. Yeah, after Mick Fisher left. After Mick Fisher left. Oh, was he doing his other get off? Exploring America. You got to get a chance to explore America. He's not have a chance to explore America. So, what is the whole use of taking down his channel and then going on another? I mean, does it accomplish something? What does that accomplish, by the way? I don't know what that accomplishes. He removes his channel there, then goes on his other channel. But then again, who we dealing with here, right? Oh, the psychology here on YouTube is incredible. Anyway, guys. Hey, Ricky. It's bound to happen, Ricky. It's bound to happen. Hope you've made your future plans because, whatever, you got a will or something like that. You're not in good shape, dude. And your lifestyle is going to secure your imminent death. I'm sure of it. It's just a matter of time.